Okay, I finally remembered the password of my YouTube account and now I can bless you with a game review. This is a game for both the original Xbox and PC called Shadow Ops Red Mercury, and it's definitely a military game where you shoot shit. Just so you know, I'm playing the original Xbox version of this game on my 360, which is not the way I would recommend playing this game because the Xbox 360's backwards compatibility can have some problems. The problem with this is frame rate issues. Not terrible, but it can chug on occasion. Like, sometimes for a few seconds it'll just go like 0, like 1, whatever. Very little frames per second, but it's not too bad, but it's still kind of poor. I powered through it though. Why? Because I just so happen to own the original Xbox copy of the game that I'm currently reviewing. Shadow Ops Red Mercury is an FPS game released in the year 2004 developed by Zombie Studios. The game revolves around your main character and his whole team of people to get back a briefcase that just so happens to be a nuclear bomb. So really, this whole story is basically an action story about you and a badass military force that has to chase some Russians to get the super dangerous important thing. The story isn't anything that interesting, so I didn't care about it. It's really nothing memorable at all. And usually though, even when a game has a shit story, I can let that slide as long as the gameplay is good, which is very important, and that's what I am going to talk about. The game has you starting off in a desert killing terrorists, and then you go to other places around the world killing everything that moves, or usually killing people that are trying to kill you. You know, normal military stuff. You go to places in the world and you kill shit. One thing that you will learn in this game is that there is no saving during levels, so when you die you have to restart the entire level. To some people this might seem a little unfair, but you do get a good amount of health and ammo during the level, so it's all about playing optimally and being careful. Also, the levels are usually short and sweet too, so the lack of saving isn't that bad. That is because this game is kind of like a tactical shooter. Sort of. There's no Rainbow Six levels of tactical shooterness. In fact, the game seems to have an identity crisis on whether it wants to be a tactical shooter or not, and I'll explain why that is. At the beginning of every level, you get a set of weapons to work with. You don't pick up weapons, so what you get is what you will use for the whole level. Each level is a different set of weapons that you get, which is neat, although I would have found it cooler if you could actually be able to pick which weapons to choose from a menu before a level begins, like setting up a loadout. But unfortunately, that's not a thing. The weapons you do get range from rifles, shotguns, or whatever. Like I said, you get a set of weapons to play with each level, so use whatever's the most useful to you. There's even like snipers in this game, but I barely use them. The gunplay itself in the game is very basic. You will be mostly hip firing your way through the game, which isn't anything terrible. There's a lot of games that are kind of like that. There really isn't anything too special about the game's gunplay. It's your basic military shooter fare. You shoot shit. The way the game tries to be tactical is that there is no saving, and it's sort of realistic, like, your guns are powerful, but their guns are powerful too, so you could die pretty quickly, so yeah, you gotta use your brain or else you're gonna get pulverized. One thing I will say though is that I love the level where you get the Spatswell for the first time. It was fun as hell, blasting people into Kingdom Come in close range with your big old boomstick gun. It was fun, I liked that. The game itself isn't super hard. The balancing is fine, and honestly, you shouldn't have too much trouble playing it. And I'd even say the levels where things are much more close quarters are a lot more fun. Unless if you played it on the Xbox 360 like I did, which makes, with the lag, makes the aiming more harder. Nope, seriously, the PC version is much better to play on, although you might need to do some things to get it running properly. It's an old game, so yeah, that's to be expected. With that being said, Shadow Ops Red Mercury is a pretty short and sweet game. Whilst it's not anything unique and special for its time, I would say that it's kind of underrated. At the same time, it's still not that good of a first-person shooter. It's kind of boring at times, admittedly, but the game has some moments where the gameplay kind of slaps, and sometimes the game in general is just meh. I give this game a 5 out of 10. It's nothing crazy, but it might be fun sometimes. You should play it yourself if you want to. It's cheap as hell on Steam. That's all I have for today, so bye-bye.